gonna try it real quick. Oops, sorry. Oh my gosh. Yes, it is perfect. That is amazing. My daughter's gonna love it. It's definitely tangy. She is going to love it. I've got some special things I need to make today. I promised my daughter I'd make her some deviled eggs. So I'm gonna walk you through that process, making healthy deviled eggs. Alrighty, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the eggs started. So I've got some water getting ready to boil in my pan. Once that comes to a boil, I'll put my eggs in and then we will cook them for about 10 minutes. And then I put them in an ice bath. It just works out well. 10 minutes works out well for the consistency of the yolk that I want. It's more of a, not a real cooked yolk, and not a jammy yolk. It's just kind of right there in the middle. So let's get this rolling and move on to the next step. All right, my water's boiling. I'm getting ready to put my eggs in there. So I had a little time this morning. And since I'm making deviled eggs, I did this before and it actually worked really well. If you kind of let your eggs kind of sit sideways, it'll kind of help settle the yolk so that when you cook them and cut them in half, the yolk will be a little more centered. So we'll see. It worked the last time I used it. We'll see if it works this time. All right, let's start putting these in. I'm not going to cook all these. I'm going to only cook about 6 probably, because I need the rest of the eggs for something else. So let's get all these put in there. And then I will set a timer for 10 minutes. Alrighty, our eggs are done. I'm going to actually I left them in for just 10 minutes in the boiling water. I decided not to go longer because I had left them out to kind of get to room temperature. So I'm kind of anxious to see if they still come out the same consistency. So let's get these into the ice bath. All right. I'm going to drop these into the ice bath and just let them sit here to cool off so they stop cooking at this point. All right. And, you know, sometimes I leave them in here for 10 minutes. Sometimes I leave them in here longer. Just depends on when I need them. But, you know, I don't know, usually after about 10 minutes, if I'm not using them, I'll at least drain it because I know I've gotten them cool enough. It probably doesn't even take 10 minutes. I don't know. That's just usually what I do. And it works just fine. All right. Okay. I just pulled one of my eggs out of the ice bath and peeled it. I wanted to see how my yolks came out. If they came out pretty centered like they did before when I did this. Let's see here. See if my knife is sharp enough here. Not really. So probably wasn't worth it. I'll have to see what the other ones look like. That's interesting. Maybe I didn't leave them that way long enough. Maybe if I'm thinking about it, I think I did it overnight in the refrigerator before. So yeah, I just did this probably a few hours ago. So anyway, I'm going to start pulling these yolks out and put them in the bowl. And we're going to start making our filling for our deviled eggs. So here's the consistency of the inside of the eggs. And you'll see some of them are just a little bit different, which is a little strange. Like that one is usually what I get. That's about like at 10 minutes. So I kind of like that soft part of the yolk. But none of them are overcooked. It works perfectly. So yeah, let's see if I can get them all to just pop out. Yeah, I think last time when I made them like even a little more gummier than that, it took me a little bit to get them to pop out of the egg. I don't like that one's a little tough. I'll get to that one in a minute. But when they're just like that is perfect. They just pop right out of the egg. It's a lovely thing. This one obviously didn't settle very well. Yeah, got to thinking about it. I think last time I tried that experiment, like that one's totally, I'll give that one to the puppies. They'll love that. I think I left them in the refrigerator overnight on their side to get the yolks to settle. So I'm going to put my eggs in this fancy little Dollar General tray today. But before they had those fancy little trays, I used to just put them on a plate and they would weeble wobble all around. Most of you probably know this, but if you don't, I thought it was a fancy little trick. But like this one's not straight and sometimes they'll just like wobble all over. So if you kind of like just take a little divot off the back like that, you know, if you're doing this for Thanksgiving dinner or something, there, Straightened it right up. Isn't that fancy? Yep. Okay, so what I do is, let's throw some mayo in here. I try to use Primal Kitchen mayo. It's not cheap at all, and you can make your own mayo so easily and so cheap. But I don't have time right now, and I happen to have this in the pantry, so we're going to use it. I just put like 3. I kind of mess with it to get the consistency I want. If you don't want to use mustard, don't use mustard. This is from my daughter. She loves it. I can eat mustard. Even eating carnivore, it does not bother me. So you have to do what works for you. I like the tanginess of the mustard. I like the color. And I also add a little apple cider vinegar in it. Some people, if you're strict carnivore and your body can't handle certain things, you could just use homemade mayo and maybe some sour cream, whatever works for you. I even add a little pepper in here for her because she's fine with pepper too. So I'm gonna add a little pepper, and then once I get this, and I'm gonna add a little salt. Let's add some salt. A little bit. All right, like that. And we'll just start mashing this up. See where we are. All right, we're going to try this little immersion blender. All right, let's see if I can get some of that crap off there. All right. That worked. Yeah, so it actually made it a really good consistency. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah. It's probably a little thinner than I normally make, but I don't have any yolks left. So we're going to roll with it. My daughter will not care. Plus, it'll probably thicken up in the refrigerator. All right, let's get to filling these babies. So what I do, fill this. I've got a sandwich bag in the cup. I'm going to pipe these into here just because it is just so much easier than trying to spoon it in. This is just easier, and you don't have to wash the bag. Just throw it away when you're done. So it makes piping perfect. I didn't really give you ingredients on how much mustard, but you kind of saw. I just kind of taste test it, and some people like it a little more tangy. Some people like it less tangy. They don't want vinegar in there or mustard. Mustard's got vinegar in it, but I still like it a little more tangy. So I'm going to try it real quick. Oops, sorry. Oh my gosh. Yes. It is perfect. That is amazing. My daughter's going to love it. It's definitely tangy. She is going to love it. Try and get it down to one corner. All right. And then we're going to just nip. Okay, so we're just gonna nip. Hopefully, I'm gonna do it right here, and then I'll just pull that out. The plastic. There we go. All right, and then we'll just make it very, very pretty. Oh, I forgot to add bacon to my mix, so I'm just gonna have to add bacon to the top. Darn it. Oh well, we'll just add it to the top. I'm missing one egg, because remember I had a failure on that one, so the puppy's got that one. So I'm 1 egg short here. That's okay. She'll be thrilled. Anyway, with just what I'm giving her. Yep. If my mixture was a little thicker, I'd have a nice little peak at the top, but that's okay. It's homemade, right? Homemade is not supposed to be perfect. It's like building a house. If it's man-made, it's going to have man-made characteristics, right? Right. That is amazing. Okay, now I'm going to chop up some bacon, and I'm going to put some bacon along the top, and these are going to be ready to go. Alrighty. Just kind of dressing it up with a little bit of that bacon I cooked. You can either just kind of drop it on top like that if you want, or you can add some in there and then drop some little sprinkles all over. Do whatever works for you. I wish I would have added it in the mix, but that's okay because she is going to get a big chunk of amazing bacon flavor when she takes her first bite. So that will be perfect. She will love them. And I'm going to have to taste test these, you know, by just eating the filling, because I'm not going to take one of her eggs. She will be not happy, you know. She wants them all, and I don't blame her. They're so yummy. Okay, there we go. Looks amazing. Put whatever you want on there. If you want pepper, if you want paprika, whatever. It's your call. They're your eggs. Nobody's judging here. So, what do you think? Oh, that looks amazing. Looks amazing, right? Except for the little hole. The little hole. All right. Now I'm going to show you how amazing these bad boys were, but I don't have an egg. So it's the bag. What? The important part is the filling anyway, right? The egg is just really the vehicle to hold the goods. So we're going bacon. We all know that's amazing. Perfect tanginess. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. She is going to love her deviled eggs. And I love my bag of filling. Okay. You guys ready to make a video? Are you ready to make a video? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, I know. Can you turn? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Turn. Can you turn in circles? Loretta, can you turn in circles? Turn in circles. Are you hungry? Are you hungry, babies? Yeah, there you go. You guys are so smart. Nope, we're not playing right now. We'll play in just a little bit, okay, Dewey? All right.